Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge podcast, episode number 138. And as always, thank you so much for joining me today and listening in. If you are new, welcome and check out some of the other episodes on the page. All episodes are available on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music, so make sure you are subscribed so you can get notified for a new episode every Tuesday. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at the SkyLounge. Stalk me on Snapchat at DA13IG5UNG. Let's get started. Topic of the week this week: Bombastic, Ballistic, Blasting Baseball. Big monthly adventure, Las Vegas Aviators game. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful there, but that's the kind of title I want to put into you guys. All right, innuendos aside, the Las Vegas Aviators are a minor league baseball team, a minor league affiliate of the Oakland Athletics, and they just recently opened a ballpark near my house. It's about a 10-minute drive away. And naturally, having mentioned before, wanting to know more about baseball this season, I bought tickets to a game behind home plate for about $40. To me, that's a pretty solid price. You can't really complain about being right there in the action at a sporting event. And for $40, I mean, it's a pretty good price. And honestly, in totality, it was a pretty good experience. So I went to the game on Friday night, right? And immediately, parking is kind of crazy if you don't know how to, get to certain places in any area, not just Las Vegas, right? You got to understand where you are, where you're at. Just fucking research shit ahead of time, And for me, I mean, because it's right near my neighborhood and I fucking pervade the area all the goddamn time, I was able to park a little away from the ballpark itself, just because I knew being there immediately would be a fucking nightmare to just walk after the game. So, for those of you who don't know, the Las Vegas ballpark, is located, right next to Red Rock Station Hotel and Casino, and so I actually parked my car in my typical parking spot, and from that point to the entrance of the Las Vegas ballpark, about a 10-minute walk. So had a pretty good, pretty good breeze going on and not too hot. So the walk wasn't all too bad, but I would have only imagined how fucking ridiculous it would get during the summer when you have to walk anywhere in Las Vegas in summer. And the weird thing is it's late May and it's not hot yet. I'm a little concerned how fucking disgusting hot it's going to get within a week or so. And it will, because it is Las Vegas. And in Las Vegas, yes, we got all these nice ballparks now, but the weather will not change. I mean, eventually it will, but, things happen, kids. That's nature. That's life. It happens. And what also happens in these, sporting events in Las Vegas, we got a lot of police officers just standing by near entry points and near any kind of fucking, empty spots. And it's really nice to see that. And, it is a great safety precaution. And I don't really find anything really wrong with that. I know some people get all antsy about it, but it's like, dude, it's good to have protection around. Okay, it really is. So kudos and thank you to the officers who do their jobs on the regular, help out the citizens out here. And, when we talk about the game, getting in there is all nice and all, but you get a little thirsty, all right? You get a little thirsty. You want to just sit for about 3 good hours watching baseball. You need to quench that thirst. And, you got to get beer. Okay? I'm not going to lie to you, kids. You got to get beer when you're at the fucking ball game. And so the one thing that kind of irritates me about the fucking beer is the fact that a tall boy costs $12. Now, at a major league sporting event like the Vegas Golden Knights games, yeah, same $12, $14. I kind of get that. You're in the middle of the strip. You are paying for a fucking major league sporting event. I get that shit. But you're in a minor league event and you gotta pay a double digits for beer. That is a fucking crime, dude. Police officers should be there to fucking arrest that shit. That is a goddamn crime. But listen, I mean, I needed to have beer there. I just did. I just felt like it was the right fucking mood atmosphere to get a couple of drinks in. And yeah, lo and fucking behold, $30 for 2 beers. $30 goddamn dollars for 2 beers. Holy fucking shit. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be a cheap ass right now, but my God, man, $30 for fucking beer. I'm like, nah, listen, I'll just get fucking shit faced, at the hotel, and I'll walk over after that. Because hotel beers are fucking cheap as shit. All right? God bless America on that Memorial Day weekend, because man, oh man, if I knew ahead of time, would not have fucking gotten beer at the park. Holy fucking shit. But anyways, kids, enough of my beer rant. Get a little antsy when you talk about some grave injustice that was done to me. And I do tend to over-exaggerate. I do get a little dramatic. I'm a little bit of a prima donna sometimes, kids. But I'm a fat boy that also just enjoys sports and just watching it. And there I was, watching the Las Vegas Aviators versus the Albuquerque Isotopes in a friendly battle of the regular season. Not really friendly, is it? Anytime you have a battle with an opponent, it shouldn't be friendly. Unless it is a preseason friendly game. I mean, even then, it's like, no, it should never be friendly. But between the Isotopes and the Aviators, very humdrum game early on. Just the teams kind of filling each other out. And the one thing I got really amused by, and this might have been the couple of beers inside, but there was a dog bat boy. So instead of a bat boy, it was a bat dog. So the dog would retrieve the bat anytime our players, threw the fucking bat up or whatever. And it was the fucking most hilarious shit to watch. I'm like, oh, look, the dog with a job. And God, I hope he gets well fed and well hydrated, because it could get a wee bit hot out here during the summer months. But thankfully, during the weekend, it was a bit cool. Thankfully, it didn't rain during the game. But the entertainment factor in these Las Vegas sporting events is very real, man. I mean, you had two aviator mascots, which is kind of crazy because they have the literal aviator that looks like a Power Ranger, and they have Spruce the Goose, who takes on his appearance from Top Gun, and he looks pretty cool. He looks like Maverick a little bit there. But yeah, between the entertainment, a relatively quiet game, and the third and fourth inning, I was kind of gone in the sense that I was pretty tipsy. I was just sitting there like, ooh, the breeze is nice. I might fucking fall asleep. Like, it's really fucking quiet. I might just fucking doze off here. So I had to actually walk that shit off a little bit. But I come back to the fifth inning. And on top of the fifth inning, the Isotopes actually scored. And it's 1-0 on a run. And you just looked at this thing and thought, okay, man, 1-0. No big deal. But once you get to the seventh inning stretch, you're thinking, fuck. All right. Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, the Aviators are a team that I can watch in my hometown, but it's not my team. Do you guys get what I mean? My team is the Los Angeles Dodgers, or their minor league affiliate is the Oklahoma Dodgers. Is that right? Oklahoma City Dodgers. And so, sorry, kids, I still hold my allegiance to my own team, so I was actually rocking the Dodgers jersey. But you get frustrated because you get invested into the game. I actually want the team I'm cheering for to do well, or the city I like. I want that specific team to do well. Like also an example, Seattle Sounders. I actually want that team to do well because I love Seattle, the city. But anyways, getting back to this game, by the eighth inning, people are getting worried. Some people are just leaving the stadium right then and there. But the thing with baseball, or any sport in general, is this: never leave until the final result. Okay, that is the key thing I tell people all the goddamn time. And those people who left, I don't even feel sorry for them. It's like, you impatient piece of shit. It's a fucking Memorial Day weekend. Like, you don't have anything to do tomorrow. You don't have any fucking patience for a couple more innings, potentially. Or if it is the ninth inning, and again, it was 1-0 Aviators down, heading into the bottom of the ninth inning. But at the same time, it's like, you have no fucking patience to just sit there, because in the bottom of the ninth inning, what seemed to be like the last ball, the last opportunity for the Aviators, they capitalized, scored, and on a run, tied the game up 1-1, and wouldn't you fucking know it, Like the prototypical millennial that I am, I actually caught this on my phone. I went ape shit. Everyone's going nuts. And again, this is why I don't feel bad for those fucking people who left. It's like, you fucking losers. You're gonna fucking stand still for 1 fucking minute? Come on, man. So I absolutely enjoyed that experience of knowing that I sat there and my patience paid off. Literally paid off minutes later. And this game goes to the 11th inning, and unfortunately, Las Vegas just prolapses defensively and lets in 4 fucking runs. And it's 5-1. Aviators looking at a desperate situation. But the curious thing in the bottom of the 11th inning was the fact that the Aviators kept chipping away a run. And then another one. Another one. DJ Khaled was in the house. Not literally, but metaphorically, because all those runs were scored. And by the fucking next moment you're, switching your head to the scoreboard, it's 5-4. We're only down 1 point. Holy shit. Let's fucking get it, man. But unfortunately, the game ends. And it's 5-4. Possible comeback, but shut the fuck down with the final pitch. And it ends 5-4, but it's okay. Because it was firework night. Yes, in the Las Vegas Aviators have these promotional nights for each game, each home games. And they actually have it available on any Ticketmaster website there when you want to go purchase your tickets for any game. So being firework night, and since it was the start of Memorial Day weekend, the Las Vegas Aviators organization had fireworks going off at the end of the game with music in the background. And of course, typical American holiday, you have to put in proud to be an American. And you know what? I found it all rather enjoyable. Just sitting there thinking, yeah, families are enjoying this shit. I'm enjoying myself. Had a couple of fucking drinks and not too shabby. Not too shabby. Had a really good fucking time. And this kind of just made me realize one thing that I could really appreciate about my city that, admittedly, when I was younger, I couldn't really appreciate. I couldn't really fully grasp it, right? I mean, when you're under 21 in Las Vegas, it's kind of like a video game with all the locked powers that you haven't accessed yet, but once you level up to level 21, it's like the world is your fucking oyster. You could do whatever the fuck you want. Come on, in moderation though, right? But here's the thing. Here's what I'm trying to get at. Las Vegas really is solidifying itself more and more as the entertainment capital of the world. I think there isn't really a close second comparison. I know people are going to say some fucking city, and I don't give a shit. I really, in my biased opinion, that's right, kids, I'm very honest with what the fuck I say. In my biased opinion, I think Las Vegas is a phenomenal city. I mean, with the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders coming into town, Las Vegas is going to be a hotbed for sports. I mean, it already is a hotbed for live entertainment, casinos, and all this other shit. So moments like these, when I get to enjoy, just a sporting event and just the kind of comfort, in a sense of everything being so close and nearby and relatively cheap, except the fucking beer, which is just a goddamn nightmare. But those moments like these, like where I just really do appreciate the city that I live in, right? And I tend to bitch about some of this shit too. I know that. I do know that. But hey, some great shit happens among the terrible things. It always does. And here's the thing. I will be posting up a breathe-ins video from this event tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that shit on YouTube at the SoundCloud, boys and girls. So ultimately, let's wrap this shit up like a fucking sushi roll. Explore your city, kids. You might find some fucking gems. So guys, all game and match reviews are on the YouTube page at the SoundCloud. So make sure you check that shit out for more detailed shit. Let's talk about Arsenal. Random, but Arsene Wenger. I mean, whenever you talk about Arsene Wenger, you can't just put him in the random football section. He's associated with Arsenal forever. So Arsene Wenger was was in the football news this week, and I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed myself a little bit when Arsene Wenger gets mentioned. I'm a huge fan. I love Arsene Wenger. And Arsene Wenger will be analyzing the Champions League final alongside Jose Mourinho, which is crazy because this man has been Arsenal for 22 years, and I will fucking lose my shit if Arsenal is positive about Arsene is positive about Tottenham. Because that man has Arsenal embedded in him. I'm pretty sure the hatred is there. And he's like, oh, I can't believe we're going to fucking analyze. But he's a gentleman. And he will do his goddamn best. Because that's Arsene Wenger for you, kids. But I can't wait to see the shit, like the crazy fucking antics that can happen among Jose Mourinho and Arsene Wenger. So, hooray. Let's be on the lookout for that. Arsene Wenger also played in a charity match between a couple of legends in the game, including the opposition, which included Zinedine Zidane. And the internet goes wild from one photo where Arsene Wenger just blows by Zinedine Zidane. I'm not going to lie, man. It is a beautiful, glorious, meme-worthy picture. And I love it. I love everything about that picture. I actually have it saved on my phone. It's brilliant. It's like when your dad, like, with you having no knowledge of what he is capable of doing, does some crazy shit. And you're like, whoa, I can't believe you fucking did that. Like, mind fucking blown. That's what it feels like. Yes, Arsene Wenger is, like, in a weird way, my fucking father. I don't fucking know. But it happens when you're an Arsenal follower. Don't ask me why. It just does. Ask Manchester United fans about fucking Fergie. Same kind of goddamn deal. Anyways, kids, Aaron Ramsey is in Italy. Well, he was in Italy watching the Juve squad play, I believe, their final match of the season. Good on Ramsey to do his due diligence of researching out the team and doing his shit. And you know what? To be honest, the way Ramsey is handling this, it doesn't hurt me at all. It really doesn't, because he's going to come to the Europa League final to watch Arsenal. Yes, I said Arsenal, boys and girls. And honestly, Ramsey's just class. That dude is just absolute class, and I love that dude, and I hope he does fucking wonders for Juve when he gets there. And as I mentioned, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen of all ages, tomorrow on a motherfucking Wednesday, the Europa League final, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Man, oh man, I am so fucking excited for this and very anxious. Terrified even, if you want to use that word, kids. But I'm not going to lie. I have stood with Arsenal for 5 years now. Nothing has changed my love for Arsenal. My love has only grown. And an event like this literally hasn't happened in over a decade. And I've never experienced it in my lifetime. A European Cup final. This is going to be massive. So, Arsenal fans, gather up. Rest those vocals tonight. Because tomorrow, we're going to cheer our heads off. We are going to make sure that the world knows what Arsenal is. A loud, rowdy bunch of cats who love our football club. And hopefully we get some great football tomorrow in the Europa League final. Come on, you Gunners! You got this! Let's go! Come on, Arsenal! Come on, Arsenal! Come on, Arsenal! Woo! Man, I can't fucking wait, boys and girls. I will be at the pub. McMullen's Irish Pub, purveyor of the finest Guinness. Yes. Because Guinness is the fucking best. And you bet your sweet bottom dollars I will be drinking at the pub tomorrow. Not too much, kids. Not too much. Maybe one or two. But hey, football is all about excitement. Football is also sometimes about subversion. And sometimes it doesn't work out too well. FIFA figured the 48 team in 2022 in Qatar is going to be a great idea. They nixed that shit. They scrapped the 48 team idea for the 2022 World Cup, bringing back the team count to 32. Good! What the fuck are you brain dead morons doing this shit anyways? Like, why were you even doing that shit? Why is it in Qatar? Like, what the fuck is going on, man? corruption and FIFA go together like peas and carrots. For real, dude. God damn it, Forrest. You may have a point there. And speaking of Qatar, PSG owner El Khelafi is in a fresh corruption probe after allegations were set that he signed off on bribes to host events in Qatar. Holy balls, dude. Surprise, surprise. A rich megalomaniac owner is known to be corrupt. Oh, my God. And the fucking rain is wet. What the fuck? Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Championship playoff. This is actually interesting. Aston Villa beats Derby County 2-1 to earn themselves a promotion back to the Premier League. Interesting times ahead for Villa fans. Ends a 3-year hiatus from top-flight English football. Hooray. The one thing I only remember really about Aston Villa during their time in the Premier League is I've got to experience the fucking best FA Cup win. For me, as an Arsenal fan, a 4-0 win. Oh, boy, that was beautiful. Arsenal were all yellow. I was at the pub at McMullen's. I was one of the few Arsenal fans there just screaming my head off. And I was surrounded by Villa fans. So, yeah, that's my memory of Villa. And let's see who will get the job done. I know Jack Grealish is still in that club, and I'm expecting a lot of things from him. So, let's see how the next season turns out. We got a lot of months to wait. But, hey, we'll be there. We'll be there, kids. So, that's it on the world of football. So let's move on to the world of football. The Seattle Seahawks. As we covered in last week's episode, Bobby Wagner wants to be the highest paid linebacker. Pay the damn man! I believe at the moment, the highest paid linebacker makes about $18 million or so. I say to satiate Bobby's wants, the Seahawks should pay him $20 million, maybe $21 million. So that would bring Bobby and Russell Wilson's cap hit, really, to about $55 to $57 million potentially. And hey, I know it's a huge cap hit, but seriously, think about this. These guys are they have been and are the cornerstone of everything good that has happened to this organization in the last 8 years. Fucking come at me, people. Fucking try to argue with me on this shit. Seriously. These guys have been the pivotal cornerstone for our team being a Super Bowl winner and as consistently good as we've been are these fucking guys. And yeah, they've also been some of the brightest spots in our darkest times. So, pay the man. We drafted him. Pay the man. Keep him around. Bobby's a fucking legend, man. And I know listen, I'm saying the same thing about guys like Cam and Doug who were released a couple weeks ago. And I'm saying the same thing about Bobby Wagner. These guys are legends. For us 12s, these guys are fucking legends. Please respect them. Pay the fucking man, please. Thank you. Now, speaking of men who got paid and are doing great things, DJ Fluker will be hosting a free football camp in Oak Harbor, Washington. You sign this man to an extension and he immediately gives back to the community. Fucking gold star, my man. I love me some DJ Fluker. He is going to eat some defensive lines up next year. Whew, I am so fucking ready for next season, boys and girls. You have no idea how much football I have been digesting in the offseason like a maniac. But, hey, in the offseason, there are some crazy shit that happens, and there are some just petulant shit that happens. And Andy Reid's bitching and moaning about the OT rules were denied. Both teams to get a possession in OT. Come on, bro. You lost. Accept that shit. Your ass lost to Tom Brady. You can fucking bitch about the rules all you want, but you lost for the umpteenth time, Andy. Take responsibility. And guys, again, it can't be an off season without some Dallas Cowboys trouble drama. Oh, how about them Cowboys? Because you got the Ezekiel Elliott incident during EDC weekend being reported to be reviewed by the NFL. Jesus Christ, Zeke, good fucking job. It's like you can't just keep your shit out of trouble, huh? Good fucking job. And I'm saying that really sarcastically, so I hope you fucking know that. But I'm sure you'll never listen to this. I'm sure nobody will listen to this shit. But come on, Zeke. Get your shit together, man. What are you doing? You're such a fucking talent. I actually rate Zeke as one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the National Football League. But this guy, my God, the stupidity on this guy is insane. Come on, man. Get your shit together. Play some football. Now, a throwback to a generation that did play football. They played hard-nosed football. A legend passed away during the weekend. Legendary Green Bay Packers quarterback Bart Starr passed away at age 85. Super Bowl I and II champion alongside the mythical head coach Vince Lombardi. Thoughts are with this family. Man is an absolute legend. What he did during the Ice Bowl against the Cowboys, absolutely incredible. And yeah, we just bitched about the Cowboys, but man, as much animosity there is between the Seahawks fans and Packers fans, I recognize great players for what they are, and Bart Starr was a great player. So again, thoughts are with his family, and man, it's a bummer when we got to talk about deaths, man. It is. But it's also nice when we get to talk about good shit. Right? Good shit in the muddle of shit is always good. So when we're talking about the Lakers, something good is a promotion or a hire. I actually didn't understand the context of this, but I do understand there is a new hiring or a new position hiring. Congratulations to Jesus. Fuck, I can't pronounce shit sometimes. And it happens, boys and girls. You write things and the brain just veers off on its own. It just goes on its own tangent. But I'm here to congratulate Judy Cito on becoming the new director of sports performances. She will be overseeing the health and performance of Lakers players. And that's the thing. That is if we see any of our players on the current roster fucking play a minute of Lakers basketball. Because we still got cancers all over this organization. We do. I think Judy should really check on cancer in the Lakers organization because she's going to see a lot of fucking tumors they're malignant fucking tumors that are just spreading all around. Rich Paul complained to Commissioner Adam Silver during the regular season about Luke Walton. Are you serious, you fucking slithering snake? Go grab LaCancer and tie yourselves together and go fuck yourselves off the goddamn Staples Center. You fucking cunts. LeBron James, seriously, through the entirety of last season, was an over-glorified, expensive billboard for Los Angeles. And you know what, guys? Take fucking Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss while you're at it. And Magic Johnson. You fucking cancers, all of you. All of you. There is no fucking good and bad to this. This is just all moral gray area garbage shit time from these fucking assholes. And I will stand by this shit until you fuckers prove us wrong. Prove the Lakers fans wrong, motherfuckers. This team drives me fucking insane, man. And it wasn't always like this. Being a Lakers fan wasn't always fucking hair-pulling, maddening, and just infuriating. It was about greatness. For a long time it was. But now we're on the cusp of just total abyss and shit. So just embrace it, Lakers fans. We are in this for a long fucking time. God damn it. Speaking of time, the Los Angeles Lakers just really brings out a huge fucking side of me. But speaking of time, the NBA officially changes the free agency period start time to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we are at in Las Vegas, boys and girls, on June 30th. So no more midnight bullshit, hooray? I mean, yay. But, you know, the funny story after this news broke out was the fact that I was reminded of another bit of news that I read. It wasn't really a free agency news, but just in the midst of, remember, during free agency period, there's all the trade rumors, and then you go into the regular season, then you get the trade potentials, and then the trades actually happen. And Dan Gilbert, talking about the Kyrie Irving trade, said he hit it out of the park. It was one of the best fucking deals ever. Paraphrasing, but essentially that's the vibe you get off of. And I guess the basketball gods were just absolute dicks because Dan Gilbert had a stroke afterwards. Like, fuck, the timing. Not great. Again, Basketball Jones. What's going on, man? What's going on, Basketball Jones? Killing us here. Because you gave us the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference final of Milwaukee, the Bucks, the deer in the headlights versus the Toronto actual Jurassic Park Raptors. Meaning, the Raptors annihilated the Milwaukee Bucks after they were down 2-0 in a series. Rallied back, won 4 straight games. Kawhi Leonard was absolutely phenomenal. And Toronto, the Toronto Raptors, for the first time in their franchise history, headed to the NBA Finals. What a time to be alive, NBA fans. Toronto is going to the NBA Finals. The hope of an entire country of Canada. And the rest of the United States, apart from that little speck of fucking dot in Northern California, is all with you, Toronto. We're all with you, Raptors. We are spirit bombing right now. And I know it took 2 decades, but God damn it, you have the hardest task, and I know you do. I know you have the hardest task against you guys. The NBA Finals of the Golden State Warriors versus the Toronto Raptors. This is the fucking test for you, Toronto. This is the trial by fire. Oh, great Michael Jordan. We pray to your holy name that you give the Raptors the strength to tear down the tyranny that is the Golden State Warriors. And you bring justice to the land. Make the NBA great again. Make basketball great again. Come on, Claw! Got a little overdramatic there. But when you pray to the basketball gods, you show your fucking respect. Or they won't show you respect. Now, guys, let's talk about the Golden Knights. The city of Henderson and the Vegas Golden Knights announced a new community ice hockey facility. So Henderson is actually another city away from Las Vegas, very close by, just a couple minutes drive away. But it's really cool to see stuff like this where we have multiple hockey facilities popping up. And for me, my thought process is always this, man, 10 years down the line, man, if potentially 10 years down the line, if I'm raising a kid here, like that's cool. Like there's going to be hockey, like there's going to be future kids, you know, that are born and bred in Las Vegas and they play hockey and they might go to the NHL level. Like that's kind of crazy to me. Like, wow, we can have potentially Vegas-born kids potentially playing in Las Vegas. Like that idea is so fucking crazy and cool to me. And that's the power of what sports can do. I mean, especially sport like hockey. So great for the city of Henderson and the Vegas Golden Knights to do that, to bring the community closer together in that sense. And here's the thing. The IIHF World Championship, I know IIHF World Championship, has been good to our Vegas Golden Knights, boys. They really have been. Nikita Gusev of Team Russia, holy shit, this kid is just unreal. I was watching the bronze medal game, and Gusev was just having a laugh at defense, man. He was just like, I'm just going to fucking blow by. Fuck you. I mean, this dude is going to be an RFA, and I hope McCrimmon and company can get the job done of extending him. I would love to see what he can do in the third line with Tuck. Potentially, he can move up to the second line if he's that fucking good. But man, he's been incredible. And so has our other guy. I mean, just some, small-time guy in Vegas, plays for first line at times, Mark Stone. This guy has been on absolute fucking fire. Scored the OT winner to send Team Canada into the semifinals. Named MVP of the IIHF tournament. That's our Stoner. Scored a lot of fucking goals this tournament. He has been an absolute animal. And alongside him, Jonathan Marchessault, the fly guy who has kept Team Canada up with all the points that he was dishing out every step of the way. And alongside him as well, Shea Theodore scored the lone goal in the gold medal game against Finland and has been consistently brilliant throughout the tournament. And I absolutely love the fact that our boys have been flourishing. They took the loss from the Stanley Cup playoffs and translated it to wins and great numbers and great performances in another tournament. So good on them. I love seeing that shit. And again, winning's fun. Winning's fun. And you know what? The Chicago Wolves. We're going to talk about winning. We're going to talk about the Chicago Wolves. Our minor league affiliate team defeated the San Diego Gulls in a 4-2 series win to go back to the Calder Cup final for the first time since 2008 when they won the Cup in 2008. So during one of the games in the series, our very own Max, like I say, that's right, boys and girls, the guy I kind of complained consistently about when he was being the relief goaltender for the Vegas Golden Knights. But Max, like I say, scored a goal. A goaltender scores a goal. How the fuck does that happen? Well, the funny thing is, on a delayed penalty call, one of the San Diego players actually let the puck loose really offhandedly, and just the puck goes in on the empty net. And the credit actually has to go to Max, like I say, the goaltender, by a crazy rule. But yeah, Max, like I say, got a goal on there, so good on him. That's pretty fucking awesome. And so, best of luck to our boys who will be facing the Charlotte Checkers, minor league affiliates of the Carolina Hurricanes, in their first Calder Cup Finals. Hey, good on them. The bunch of jerks miners versus the Golden Misfits miners. Let's fucking do this, boys. Go Wolves. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, a bit corny, but hey, get in that team spirit, baby. Get in that team spirit. Now, speaking of all these cups and team spirit, man, it's getting exciting because the NHL and hockey has so much cups and competitions to give out. The Memorial Cup. The Rowan Noranda Huskies win the Memorial Cup against Halifax Mooseheads for their first CHL title. I kind of slurred those words, but CHL title it is, that was given to the Rowan Noranda Huskies. Can't really pronounce that, guys. I'm sorry. It happens. But hey, congratulations on the win. Good shit as always when you have multiple hockey tournaments popping up everywhere. And obviously we talked about the IIHF World Championship. And the USA got dick punched by the Russians in the quarterfinals. That hurt. That really did hurt. Wish the USA did a little better than that, but they, got dick punched and are ousted. So Russia took the bronze after beating out the Czech Republic. Kucherov and Vasilevsky won best players of the tournament, whatever the fuck that means, but empty accolades are a familiar feeling for those Tampa Bay lads, I'm sure. Wah, wah. And Finland upset Team Canada in a 3-1 win for the gold medal. A brilliant effort by Finland to hold Canada at bay. And fans look super stoked, and Finland fans were just ecstatic. You had fucking fans crying in the stands. That looked awesome, and it was an upset. And it's great to have upsets in tournaments like this. And yeah, obviously Team Canada was bummed out when you got all these players get mentions and accolades, despite the fact that they came in second. I know it sucks. It feels like a slap in the face, but hey, you're still second best. I know it's not a great sounding word, but second, it's still something, man. All right. So hockey is just crazy this time of year. She got all those tournaments, but we all know the fucking meat that we want to bite into is the Stanley Cup Final. The St. Louis Blues versus Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins have taken a 1-0 series lead after a 4-2 comeback win, scoring 4 unanswered goals, including an empty netter by the man, Brad Marchand. St. Louis played well, and I still think a lot of those Boston goals were very lucky or unlucky from the St. Louis perspective, but it's still a series. It's still a series, and by what we saw on Monday, I think it's going to be a hell of a series. That hit, Torrey Krug hit on Thomas after his little kerfuffle with David Perron, who, oh God, David Perron, like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? You got to get up there. You cannot be entangled like that. But Krug just laid this fucking hit, and I'm just thinking, man, if that's the fucking symbol for what's going to happen in the series, this is going to be a great fucking series, and I cannot wait. You know what? I'm also one of those people that, it's funny, I was watching the hockey guy on YouTube, and he mentioned that he felt sorry for the kid Thomas. I'm like, yeah, I felt really bad for him too. Like, that kid got knocked the fuck out by Krug, and it was just, that's fucking playoff hockey. That is the Stanley Cup Final. It's do or die. It's everything or nothing at this point. So we still got a great series for you, boys and girls, coming to you on Wednesday. So I will be covering that. We'll be talking about that on the next episode. So, guys, Dodgers. We got some Dodgers news to talk about. Let's start off with some bummers. And then we're still going to end it with bummers. We're going to have some good stuff, though. Hey. Dodger Stadium usher suing team over alleged sex harassment backlash. Jesus Christ. Can we ever get good news about the stadium, like, ever? Like, our home stadium has been the fucking lightning rod for all these controversial shit. I mean, holy Christ, man. And Austin Barnes, our catcher, is injured. 10 days IL, so hopefully he can recuperate right away and start kicking ass again. And, you know, when we say kicking ass and Dodgers, there's only one name that comes to mind, boys and girls. And I know if you don't know what I'm talking about or whom I'm talking about, let me spell it out for you. Cody Bellinger. I know I didn't literally spell it out, but that is his name. Cody Bellinger. Cody Big Dick Bellinger. I remember some people thinking this guy was going to regress this season, but nope. Bellinger has been amazing. Second Dodger ever with 20-plus home runs in 55 games to start this season. Absolutely unbelievable from this guy. It's been really good shit that we've been seeing from Bellinger. And Belly, I believe, along with this team right now, has been absolutely solid. And you know what? To top that off, Kenta Maeda is back from injury. Awesome. And it's time to keep asserting Dodgers dominance throughout the entire National League. I mean, because we're on top of the National League right now. Because fuck everybody else. I want a World Series. I want a goddamn World Series. Back-to-back losses, man. I can't deal with that shit anymore, man. Come on, dude. Apologize about that, folks. Full fanboy rage and PTSD just kind of kicks in at times. Especially when you mention Dodgers. And yeah, to end it on a bit of a somber note, former Dodgers player Bill Buckner passed away this weekend after an ongoing battle with Lewy body dementia. Oh man, must have been tough. And thoughts are with his family. And I know Bill Buckner is remembered for that, botch job, in Boston. But hey, man, former player, and respect where respect is due. So. Yeah, to end that on a somber note, there's baseball for you. And we got some tennis shit going on. French Open, yes! The fucking French Open has officially begun over the weekend and should be some great games ahead. Come on, Federer, let's go! The GOAT. The fucking GOAT. Okay, listen. I know people love them some Pete Sampras. I get that shit. I do. I'm not a tennis aficionado. I'm not. But in my eyes, in my very noob-like eyes, Roger Federer is the greatest of all time. Don't fucking try to argue with me on this shit, please, kids. He is the greatest. Now, remember, guys, all weekly writing is in the links in the description below, so check that shit out. Weekly writing number 17. Fiction thriller monologue. So, Disco Nosedive. I wanted to work on a monologue based on a vigilante in the 1970s with a terrible cocaine habit. Yeah, it was a random idea, but goddamn, my brain is fucked up, man. And yeah, I don't do cocaine, but I wanted to do a hero that does cocaine. So I don't know. I want to actually expand on the idea in future things, but I got the idea initially started I was watching Aladdin, and I was getting really fucking bored in the middle of it. And yeah, weekly writing number 17 came through my frustration with Aladdin. And yeah, weekly film number 17 is Aladdin. Yeah, I'm not really trying to segue into that shit too well because I don't really want to talk about this movie, but we watched this movie, so we got to talk about this movie. Plot: a street peasant stumbles upon a magic lamp with a wish-granting genie, and seriously, how do you fuckers not know what the fuck the story is at this point? I mean, same goddamn thing as the original animated movie. Spoiler or not spoiler, just watch the fucking original if you don't know anything about this shit. Seriously, just watch the original. And you know what? I felt the writing was bland at best, and they would try to just maybe, despite all the blandness, do the original justice. Nope. Absolutely nope. I mean, unnecessary plot points and just awful pacing issues for fucking 2 hours. Like, really? Agrabah needed to be in a fucking border war with another country? Listen, too much nuance made this super bogged down and contrived as all hell. It really did. And are you just trying to purposely draw modern parallels for no fucking reason? You are. Great. But why? Like, why? And what frustrates me more is the characters in this fucking movie. Oh god, the fucking characters. Mena Massoud, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the man who plays Aladdin, he really doesn't seem like a bad actor. Okay, I'm gonna throw that fucking bone out there. Okay, he doesn't seem like a bad actor, but the script that was fed to him just felt like absolute horse's ass. I mean, seriously, some of the shit the script has his character do just makes Aladdin an unlikable dick at best. It's like, this is your protagonist? It's fucking terrible. And again, the guy seems nice and pretty capable, but oh my god, unbearable at times. And Naomi Scott as Jasmine, I didn't mind this rendition, but the overfed lines from the social justice warriors brigade. I mean, excess SJW shit seriously ruins what can be a good movie. But this wasn't a good movie. Really wasn't. I mean, and it's furthered by these other characters too. Marwan Kenzari as Jafar, an underwhelming and arbitrary motivation tacked on version of Jafar. I mean, this wasn't really a treat. This was just a fucking nightmare. Like, adding to the fact that Iago wasn't a sentient, capable of communicating, parrot, was a mild irritation. But dude, this rendition of Jafar was awful. Like, just whack. You didn't know why the fuck he was on screen. You didn't really figure out, like, why is he the villain? In the shorter, much more brilliant version of Aladdin, which is the original Aladdin, the motives aren't really super laid out like they are here, but you feel the evil from Jafar. You feel how good of a villain he is. But with this version, it's just awful. It really is. And last and certainly the fucking goddamn least, Will Smith as Genie. Holy fucking shit, where to begin? Disney executives has had such a fucking hard-on. They must have had such a fucking hard-on for a black Genie. They already had Will Smith in mind. I'm sure years in fucking advance. But holy crap, way to bring in a one-dimensional actor who telegraphs all his character progression development and acting in any film he's in. Like, he telegraphs that shit. Like, you know what the fuck is going to happen. And also, you gave this Genie a dick. Like, way to ruin a fucking character. You gave him a dick instead of a goddamn brain. Like, do you know why? Do you want to actually know why people like the Robin Williams Genie? Because he doesn't want to fucking shove his dick into anything. You basically made Genie Hitch. You're like, oh, Will Smith was great in Hitch. We'll put that in the movie. Or any fucking Will Smith character. It's like the same shit. Like, oh, look, quick jokes and pretending to be a dork, but cool. Wow, I've never seen that shit before. Oh, wait, no, I've seen that shit every fucking where before. Honestly, you're turning yourself into a fucking parody at this point, man. Respect to what you've done, but my fucking God, man. Come on. Fucking A. Now, here's the thing. The one positive thing I could really talk about with this movie is the visuals. Possibly one of the few and only things. Right? The visuals and special effects are great. Pretty spectacular. Honestly, the costume designs, they're not bad. Very vivacious, very colorful, very nice. But, yeah, of course, there are CG fart moments. And those happen. I mean, it's, goddamn it, man. It's post-2010s. Of course you're going to have those fucking wacky-ass effects. It's going to happen. And the other thing is the music. Here's the thing. Alan Menken's original soundtrack work is pretty solid. And I honestly, however, did not care for the cast members' rendition of the old songs. Naomi Scott's new song, I didn't really care for. Will Smith just singing any of old Genie songs, just, oh god, it was just awful. Like, I don't know. Kids, just watch the original Aladdin movie. Save yourself the fucking effort. Just watch the original Aladdin movie. If I have to give this movie a review, a 4.0. Feeling generous. Seriously, on a bad day, this is a 3. 3.5. I'm going to give it a 4. In a completely unnecessary remake of a beloved original, Aladdin falls flat on its face due to its lackluster story, characters, and charm. And I mean, they lack all the fucking charm in the world. However, it does decent work on the visuals and music. I mean, holy fuck. It's just bad. It's just bad. Fuck. So you have to offset that a little bit, man. You gotta get some good in there. And what was good was the album of the week, number 17. 1111. Maluma! Fun titty bit. Maluma, baby! Of course, it's motherfucking Maluma. You cannot say no. You cannot say no. I was actually trying to double the artsy shit last week, but I figured out we're just going to spread it out a little bit. And I ended up actually re-listening to this album a couple of times, throughout the week. And yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Maluma just does something. The dude just fucking gets his shit on. Dude is fire. And my favorite track on this album is Te Quiero. Fucking, man. I mean, you got salsa in there, man. I mean, fuck. Maluma, just with all that swag in that song, is just, oof. It's fire. It's fucking caveman discovering shit. It's called Fire. And the Met track for me, and this is definitely a Met track, is Soltera, featuring Madonna. Yeah, that Madonna. This is exactly the worst possible thing that could happen on a collaboration between two worlds. Seriously, Madonna. Just no. Nothing against her, but again, like this whole song was just absolutely unnecessary and just terrible. Okay? And excessive at times. Like, why did you need to do this? A weird cash grab, Madonna. Oof. But my thought chorus on this album is just great entry for a great young talented guy. Bringing that Colombian flair. A baby! Maluma baby! He's awesome. Now, guys, we've been through all this shit. We've been all through the world of sports, some artsy stuff, some stuff, and I've been stuffing my face. So I figured a cleanse month is inevitable. Maybe just a week. Who the hell knows? But I do want to do another extended period of sobriety. We're almost reaching that point of equilibrium, consistent debauchery with great levels of productivity. So, relatively speaking, great levels of productivity. I mean, it's better than zero. That's what I always say. So, next week on the Sky Lounge, holy fucking shit, it's already June. Goddamn. But folks, that about does it for me here on this episode. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Make sure you are subscribed on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music for a new episode every Tuesday. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at The Sky Lounge. Stalk me on Snapchat at DA13IG5EUNG. Now fuck off.